Today we will see graphical representation of motion, in which first we will talk about distance time graph. Distance time graph. And we will talk about graphical representation of motion of a distance time graph. First is the body is moving with uniform speed. The body is moving with uniform speed or uniform velocity. If a body is moving with uniform speed or uniform velocity, then what would be the graph of distance time? What would be its distance time graph? When the body is moving with uniform speed or uniform velocity. So the distance time graph of uniform speed or uniform velocity is a straight line inclined to the time axis. X-axis taken as time and y-axis taken speed or velocity. So when a body is moving with uniform speed or uniform velocity, then its distance time graph is a straight line inclined to the time axis. So distance time graph of a body, distance time graph of a body moving with uniform speed. Distance time graph of a body moving with uniform speed. Is a straight line. Is a straight line inclined to time axis. Inclined to time axis. Or a straight line graph inclined to time axis shows that the body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. It covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. This is distance time graph. This is the distance time graph, and this graph shows that body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. So if there is a distance time graph of uniform speed and we have to find the speed from this graph, so how to find the speed from distance time graph? To calculate speed from distance time graph, to calculate speed from distance time graph. Distance time graph. We have to calculate speed from distance time graph. So how to calculate the speed? So firstly, we will have to draw a perpendicular from A to the time axis. We will have to draw perpendicular at the time axis and name it point B. So a speed is given by distance upon time. Speed, the formula for a speed is distance upon time. So AB is the distance. AB, since OC is distance and AB is parallel to OC. So this distance and this distance will remain same. Because AC we have drawn parallel to OB and AB is parallel to OC. So OC must be equals to AB and speed equals to distance upon time. So distance taken as AB and time taken as OB. So speed is calculated by finding the ratio of AB and OB. Here AB upon OB is called slope of the graph. Slope of the graph OA. Slope means distance upon time, perpendicular upon base. So AB upon OB. AB upon OB. AB upon OB is called slope of the graph OA. It means a speed equals to, instead of AB by OB, we can write slope of the graph OA. So a speed equals to slope of the graph. Slope of the graph OA. Slope means perpendicular upon base, distance upon time. In case of distance time graph, slope means distance upon time. It's called slope, perpendicular upon base. So the speed equals to slope of the graph OA. Means slope of distance time graph. Slope of distance time graph gives the expression for speed. Speed equals to slope of graph OA, means slope of distance time graph gives the expression for slope. And if the speed of a body is uniform, if the speed of a body is uniform, then its distance time graph is a straight line. What conclusion we draw? So the first conclusion drawn is slope of distance time graph gives the expression for speed. First conclusion drawn that slope of distance time graph gives the expression for speed, and if the speed of a body is uniform. Second conclusion, if the speed of a body is uniform, then the graph is a straight line. Then the graph is a straight line. Second conclusion we draw that if the speed of the body is uniform, then the graph is a straight line. And if, third conclusion, if the speed of a body is non-uniform. Non-uniform speed means unequal distances in equal intervals of time. So if the speed of a body is non-uniform, then the distance time graph is a curved line. So from distance time graph of uniform speed or uniform velocity, three conclusions we draw. First, slope of distance time graph gives the expression for its speed. Second, if the speed of a body is uniform, then the slope is, then the graph is a distance time. The graph of distance time is a straight line. If the speed of a body is non-uniform, then the distance time graph is a curved line. Now we will talk about a speed time graph. Next we will see a speed time graph. This was distance time graph for uniform speed. Now next we will talk about a speed time graph or velocity time graph. A speed time graph or velocity time graph. Speed time graph or velocity time graph. So when the speed of a body remains constant, there is no acceleration. 3 points you will keep in mind. If the speed of a body is constant, if the speed of a body is constant, it means there is no acceleration. It means there is no acceleration. If the speed of a body is constant, it means it has no acceleration. Or we can say that if the speed of a body is constant, then its acceleration is 0. Next, when the speed of the body changes at uniform rate, when the speed of a body changes at uniform rate, when the speed of a body changes at uniform rate, the speed of a body changes at uniform rate means the body has equal speed in equal intervals of time. So when the speed of a body changes at uniform rate, it means it has uniform acceleration. It has uniform acceleration. If the speed changes at uniform rate, then it has uniform acceleration, and when the speed of the body changes at non-uniform rate, when the speed of a body changes at non-uniform rate, when the speed of a body changes at non-uniform rate. It means it has non-uniform acceleration. It has non-uniform acceleration. So, in a speed time graph, we will discuss three cases. First, if the speed of a body is constant, means it has no acceleration. This is the first case. Second, when the speed of a body changes at uniform rate, means it has uniform acceleration. The speed changes at uniform rate means equal velocity in equal intervals of time. It covers equal velocity in equal intervals of time. Third, when the speed of a body changes at non-uniform rate, means it has non-uniform acceleration. So first we will see a speed time graph when a speed remains constant. A speed time graph when the speed remains constant. So we are going to discuss the first case, a speed time graph when a speed remains constant. Time always taken on x-axis and speed or velocity taken on y-axis. So when the speed remains constant, then its graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis. Its graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis. So first conclusion we draw that when the speed of a body is constant, when the speed of a body is constant, then the graph is a straight line. When the graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis. Parallel to the time axis. When the graph is a straight line. So when the speed of a body is constant, then its graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis, and its converse is also true. If the graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis, means a speed is constant. And draw a perpendicular from B and name it C. Second conclusion, distance covered in a speed time graph. Distance traveled is equals to, what would be the distance traveled? Distance traveled from a speed time graph. If a speed time graph is given and we have to calculate the distance traveled by a body, so how to calculate? So distance traveled, we know distance equals to a speed into time. We know the formula for distance traveled equals to a speed into time. And a speed into time. Also, this figure area under this graph, area bounded by the graph is a rectangle, and we know area of rectangle, area of rectangle, or we can say area bounded by the graph, area bounded by the graph. And this figure is a rectangle, and area of rectangle is length into breadth. So area equals to OA into OC. What is OA? OA is the speed and OC is the time. So distance travelled must be equals to area bounded by the graph. So from a speed time graph, it gives the conclusion that distance travelled in a speed time graph, distance travelled in a speed time graph is equals to area under the graph, is equals to area under the graph or area bounded by the graph. So distance travelled is equals to area under the graph. So the speed time graph, when the speed remains constant, the graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis. At every point on the graph, the value of speed is constant and its slope is 0. What about its slope? Slope of this graph is 0. Because if the graph is parallel to the time axis, means its slope is 0. And distance travelled is equals to, distance travelled in a speed time graph is equals to area under the graph. Distance travelled equals to area under the graph. So this was our first case when the speed of a body is constant. Now we will discuss another case when the speed of a body changes at uniform rate. Then what would be its graph? A speed time graph when the speed changes at uniform rate. Second, a speed time graph. Second case, a speed time graph when a speed changes at uniform rate. If the speed is changes at uniform rate, means it has uniform acceleration. If the speed changes at uniform rate, so its graph will be time axis and this is speed. So distance, speed time graph when a speed changes at uniform rate is a straight line inclined to the time axis. Again we will draw a perpendicular on the time axis and also perpendicular drawn on the speed axis. So OA is the graph when speed changes at uniform rate, means uniform acceleration. This is the graph of uniform acceleration. So speed changes at uniform rate. So when a body moves with uniform acceleration, when first point, The speed changes at uniform rate means body is moving with uniform acceleration. The body is moving with uniform acceleration. So when a body moves with uniform acceleration, when a body is moving at uniform acceleration, when a body is moving at uniform acceleration, then its speed changes. Then its speed changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. Speed changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. So when the body is moving with uniform acceleration, it means its speed changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. And for acceleration, formula for acceleration, we know acceleration equals to change in velocity upon time taken. Change in velocity upon time taken. So what is? Name it B and C. So change in velocity means AC. This is the speed. This is the speed. You can say change in speed upon time taken. So change in speed means AC and time taken means OC, and again in a speed time graph, perpendicular upon base, AC upon OC, but AC upon OC is called slope of the speed time graph. Slope of the speed time graph. AC by OC is equals to slope of the speed time graph. Means slope of speed time graph gives the expression for acceleration. Means acceleration A is equals to slope of a speed time graph in a uniform motion. In a uniform motion. So we get the conclusion that acceleration equals to slope of a speed time graph when a body is moving with uniform motion, and the distance travelled is calculated by distance travelled equals to area under the graph. Previously we have seen that distance equals to area under the graph. So distance equals to area under the graph. Area under the graph. And area under the graph means area of rectangle OAC equals to area of triangle. Area of triangle OAC, and area of triangle is calculated by half into OC into AC. Half into base into height. So The distance traveled in a speed time graph is found by calculating the area under the graph. By calculating the area under the graph. In a distance traveled in a speed time graph equals to area under. So we have seen that in a speed time graph, when a speed changes at uniform rate, the distance traveled equals to area under the graph. Now we will discuss that in a speed time graph, now we will talk that in a speed time graph, the straight line in a speed time graph, in a speed time graph, the straight line in a speed time graph, the straight line sloping upwards, sloping upwards, shows accelerated motion, shows accelerated motion. In a speed time graph, the straight line sloping upwards shows accelerated motion, means uniform acceleration, means uniform acceleration. This is the slope upwards, sloping upwards. The graph goes from bottom to top, means its slope is sloping upwards, going from bottom to top. And if the graph is like, if the speed time graph is like time axis and speed axis. If the graph is like this, a straight line like AB, it means it is sloping downward. It is sloping downward. So this indicates sloping downward. Sloping downward. So in a speed time graph, the straight line, in a speed time graph, the straight line sloping upward, sloping downward, shows uniform retardation. It shows uniform. This straight line shows uniform retardation because its speed goes on decreasing continuously. At this point, the body has maximum speed, and when the time increases, so with time the speed goes on decreasing. And if the speed goes on decreasing, means sloping downward. The speed goes on decreasing means sloping downward. and here the speed goes on increasing. So speed goes on increasing means sloping upward. Speed goes on increasing. The speed goes on increasing means sloping upwards. Sloping upwards. And the speed goes on decreasing. It means sloping downwards. So, if the straight line is sloping upward, it means it has uniform acceleration. In accelerated motion, it has uniform acceleration, and if there is a straight line sloping downward, means speed goes on decreasing, then the case is uniform retardation. Sloping downward, uniform retardation, and sloping upwards, uniform acceleration. Now we will see when the initial speed is not zero. In that case, the body was started from rest. Now we will see a speed time graph when the initial speed of the body is not zero. A speed time graph. A speed time graph when the initial speed of the body is not zero. The speed time graph when the initial velocity speed of the body is not zero. Body started from point A and the graph is a straight line. So if body started from point A, it means its initial speed is not zero. Time axis and this is speed axis. It has some initial speed. Body doesn't started from rest. It has some initial speed. Suppose initial speed is u. The body started with initial speed u. And finally, its speed becomes v. Draw a perpendicular. So O, A, name it, B, C, D and E. D and E. So when the initial speed of the body is not zero, so we know the acceleration is equals to slope of the speed time graph. Acceleration is equals to slope of speed time graph. Speed time graph. And slope equals to speed upon time, perpendicular upon base. So here perpendicular is CD and base is AD. CD by AD. Now we will calculate CD. So at point B, the final velocity is v. So at point C, the final velocity is v. This is the final velocity. At point A, the initial velocity is u. So at point D, the initial velocity will be u. So we will calculate the CD distance. If this much distance is v and this is u, then this much region will be v minus u. Total v minus u. So it comes to be v minus u. And this is time taken t. So CD can be written as v minus u. And AD can be written as t. So by cross multiplication we get the formula A equals to v minus u by t. Change in velocity, acceleration equals to change in velocity or change in speed upon time taken. Now distance traveled is calculated by finding the area under the graph. Already we have seen distance traveled must be equals to area under the graph. Area under the graph. And the graph is AC. So area under the graph is this shaded portion. And this shaded portion is the trapezium. And we know the area of trapezium is equals to half into area under the graph equals to area of trapezium. Area of trapezium OACE. OACE. And area of trapezium is calculated by half into height into sum of parallel sides. Sum of parallel sides. So half into height means OE. The distance between two parallel sides is called height. So half into OE into sum of parallel sides. OA and CE are the parallel sides. OA plus CE. So by this formula, we will calculate the distance covered by a body in a speed time graph. Now we will see the last case when the speed of a body changes at non-uniform rate and the non-uniform acceleration. Now we are going to discuss the last case when the speed of a body changes at non-uniform rate, then the acceleration produced is called non-uniform acceleration. So when the speed of a body changes in an irregular manner, when the speed of a body changes in an irregular manner. Irregular means there is no change in speed in equal interval. There is no change in speed in equal interval. When the speed of the body changes in an irregular manner, then its speed time graph is a curved line. its speed time graph is a curved line. Time axis and speed axis. So its graph is not a straight line but is a curved line. This is the graph of non-uniform acceleration. When the speed doesn't changes by equal amount, means when the speed changes by unequal amount, when the speed changes by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time, then the motion is called non-uniform motion and the acceleration produced is called non-uniform acceleration, and the speed time graph is a curved line. So the speed time graph of a non-uniform motion is a curved line.